Let's do some examples of finding angles. So we're going to start off roughly the same way we found sides. So we have x is now our chosen angle. We'll write down SOHCAHTOA because it's good to learn that, and the best way to learn something is to repeat it. So we're going to label the sides. Across from the 90 is the hypotenuse. Across from the x is the opposite. This is the adjacent left over. And what I want is the something of x. So we don't really know the adjacent. So looking at these guys, cosine doesn't work and tangent doesn't work. So it's going to be sine. And if you're not sure, you can try all three and see which one works. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say sine, it's going to be sine of x. So the sine of x is opposite of our hypotenuse, is 17 over 23. Then the way we write the next line, when we don't divide by sine, because sine is not really a thing. If you can't divide by sine, because sine by itself is nothing. The next line you write is, if sine of x is 17 over 23, then x is the inverse sine of 17 over 23. And that's all you type into your calculator. So x is the inverse sine of 17 over 23. So it'd be inverse sine, open a bracket, 17. You could use a fraction key or divided by. They both work. And then it gives me 47.657. So 47.6. And angles we're going to generally round to no decimals. So this is going to round to 48, and it's an angle, so it's going to be in degrees. Okay, this will be example 2. So we labeled the sides. Yeah, this triangle is in a different direction, but that doesn't make much of a difference. Across from the 90 is the hypotenuse. Across from the x is going to be the opposite. This is going to be the adjacent. We're going to write down SOHCAHTOA so we can figure some stuff out. And we know that, so we have the adjacent, we have the opposite. We don't have the hypotenuse. So no hypotenuse, no hypotenuse. So that's the one we're going to use. We're going to use the tangent ratio. So it's going to be tangent, am I on screen here? Yep. Tangent of x is opposite over adjacent, which is going to be 14 over 9. The next line we write is x equals the inverse tangent of 14 over 9. We're going to have to type that into the calculator. So it's going to be the inverse tangent, open bracket, 14. I did a fraction key this time, but you could use divided by. And either way, you get x equals 57.2, 6 something, whatever, which we're going to round to 57 degrees. That's how you find angles.